Davis, good afternoon. Ruling party Coalition for Democratic Change has declined from feeding any candidate in the upcoming Cape Mount senatorial by-election. The vacancy was created as a result of the demise of Senator Edward Dagose of that county. Addressing a news conference over the weekend, CDC Chairman Mobake Molu explained the party's decision is based on their recent experience in the just-ended Monserrado senatorial by-election, which saw the ascendancy of Abraham Daros Dillon of Liberty Party, senator of the county. Molu told a news conference the National Executive Committee of the CDC has launched a 3-month recovery process to seek answers to their performance in Monserrado that is considered their stronghold. The 15-man Strategic Recovery Committee, expected to be headed by former CDC USA-based chairman, will be charged with the responsibility to conduct a nationwide investigative analysis on the poor performance of that party. President George Weah over the weekend joined his counterparts in Japan to attend the 2019 Tokyo International Conference on African Development, TICAD. The international conference is expected to take place August 28 to 30 in Pacifico, Yokohama. TICAD is an international conference led by Japan and co-sponsored by the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, World Bank, and the African Union Commission, AUC. According to an executive mansion release, whilst in Japan, the Liberian leader is expected to hold bilateral discussions with Japanese officials and other African leaders. CDC candidate Abu Kamara has withdrawn his appeal to the Supreme Court of Liberia. The decision to withdraw the appeal at the nation's highest court perhaps speaks to candidate Kamara's confidence in winning the District 15 by-election. Mr. Kamara and legal team had earlier taken exception to rulings into election dispute heard by NEC officer which called for a rerun in 20 quarantined disputed precincts in District 15. Said decision was upheld by the Board of Commissioners recently. According to a local daily, Mr. Kamara told lawyers representing him that he was discontinuing any legal process with the Supreme Court. And President George Weah has condemned the recent District 15 electoral violence. He said his government has zero tolerance for violence in any form and manner for self-gain. He pledged his government's full commitment to the protection of the rights of every Liberian citizen despite their political differences. The Liberian leader made the statement in a nationwide address.
Since the initial voting took place on July 29, there have been a number of incidents in various places in the electoral district which have deteriorated into violence and unruly behavior by various groups, comprising of supporters of the two candidates standing in the runoff. My government has zero tolerance for electoral violence, and I condemn in the strongest possible terms those who will resort to such levels of violence for political gain. There is no greater right in the democratic dispensation than the right to choose those who will lead us. It is therefore important that that franchise is exercised without fear, intimidation, harassment, or violence of any kind. It is the responsibility of any and every democratically elected government to create a conducive atmosphere for citizens to safely and peacefully cast their ballots in every elections, no matter how significant. This is an idea to which we are committed, and in so doing, we will utilize all the assets and resources available to us for this purpose, to ensure that law and order prevail in the democratic space.
Well, that's all we have for you this afternoon on KMTV News Update. Better still, you can join us this evening for more news and information at 8 on KMTV. My name is Emmanuel Davis. Good afternoon.